Hey there, Paul Wagler here for Rise Now and the 2-minute wake-up call. Well, I'm here just doing some last-minute thought and preparation for a sermon that I'm going to be preaching this morning. Angie and I are heading off shortly to the Pool Mennonite Church, and I'm going to be sharing a sermon entitled, I Am the King. And shortly after we were asked to come and speak at the church this morning, I was praying and asking the Lord what I should be speaking about, and I felt a strong impression. I heard that this message is to be entitled, I Am the King. And something resonated deep within my spirit as I heard this. And so I've been pondering this and gaining a lot of excitement that is growing in me as I'm preparing to speak about this. And there's a lot in Scripture about Jesus being the King. And so this morning I'm going to be sharing about three different things that I've been seeing in the Scripture. The first one is that He's a redeeming King. He came to buy back that which was lost. That is us, you and I, as He came to redeem us, as it says in Titus chapter 2, verse 14. It says He came to redeem us from all wickedness, as He gave Himself up for us. And the other part of redeeming is that He makes up for that which was lost. And so we are so grateful for that as Jesus, as our King, that He's a redeeming King. The second part is that He's a royal King. He has a royal family. It also says in that verse in Titus chapter 2, it says that to purify for Himself a people that are His very own, eager to do what is good. In the King James translation, it says a people that are peculiar. What are peculiar people? Well, they're different than the usual. And as followers of Jesus, part of His royal family, we are peculiar. We are different than the usual. As we follow Jesus, we're called to love our enemies, pray for those who persecute us. We're called to a different way of life than those around us as part of God's royal family. And so the transformation that happens in us, eager to do what is good. And the last thing that I'm going to be talking about is that He's a returning King. When Jesus left, ascended up into heaven, the disciples were standing there watching, and these two angels appeared in the Acts chapter 1 and said, why are you standing here gazing up into heaven? This Jesus who just left is going to come back again in the same way. In Revelation chapter 1 verse 7, it says He's coming on the clouds of glory, and every eye will see Him. So He came the first time as a suffering servant that gave up His life as a ransom for many, but He's coming again as a conquering King. And so these are some things that we're going to talk about this morning, and I wanted to share them with you to encourage you as well, and to submit your life to Jesus as the King and be a part of God's royal family. Well, that's all for now, and until we meet again, stay awake and stay alert.